Hey everybody, what's going on? Your host, LovelyCheesePizza here. Ken is on the other side of the room over there in Harrison's watching TV, and welcome to something that I would have never anticipated doing in 2024, no less. But welcome to Let's Play World of Warcraft Cataclysm Classic. And this is something that's going to be really cool for me. I played World of Warcraft a ton between about 2005 to about 2012, right before Mists of Pandaria came out. I was a very avid regular player at that point, and man, I loved it. But somewhere along the line, I just kind of fell off the train, and as of recent, I've kind of rediscovered my love for this game. And so, considering that Cataclysm was the last expansion that I was playing before I stopped playing, I decided to go back into this. And I've been playing around with it a little bit for about the last month or so. And so, as you can see, I've got a level 34 priest here. We're not going to be playing with that character. I actually created a rogue for this occasion because I wanted to level all the way from 1 up to, I think it was 85 was the level cap at that point. And just kind of have this be a little bit of a casual gaming experience where we can just kind of, shoot the shit and just have fun with it. I don't know. We'll see where it goes. Again, I would have never guessed that this was going to be a thing that I was going to do on this channel. I had considered it numerous times over the years and just decided not to do it, but I put a poll out there about a month ago, and it came back pretty positive, so I'm really excited about this. This is going to be really cool. I haven't played a rogue in probably 10 years. My main character back in the day, I was a Fury Warrior, and I did really well with it. I did have a rogue that I had leveled all the way to 85, so I have experience with it. It's just going to be really rusty for a while. But with that said, my friends, grab every bag of snacks that you own, because this is going to take a long, long time. Because I don't have any like heritage, like the gear that you can wear that like scales up in ability with you. I don't have any of that stuff. We're just gonna go from 1, and we'll see how it goes. So let's go into the World of Warcraft. Man, this is awesome. I'm like a giddy schoolgirl right now.
King Varian Wrynn, the proud humans of Stormwind led the Alliance to victory in its war against the dreaded Lich King. While successful, the campaign in Northrend proved costly, and the humans now seek to bolster their strategic holdings throughout the world. Under Varian's daring leadership, humanity now braces itself for a renewed conflict with its perennial enemy, the Horde. Yet, as the great cataclysm rips across the world, familiar threats have once again arisen closer to home. It now falls to you to defend the kingdom and uphold the honor of humanity.
All right, well, let's get started. First off, yes, I'm an Alliance guy. I've always played Alliance characters. I just that's how I started when I first played. I don't have anything against the Horde. Actually, one of my other characters that I had is on the Horde side, but I've always kind of had an affinity for this side of things. So let's, action bars, let's get all of our stuff set up here. I just want to make sure that I've got everything the way that I need it. We've got numbers up here. I think all of our key bindings are where we want to have it, so we are good. Yeah, I do love playing female characters. I've always enjoyed the way that the gear looks on them. I think their character models just look better. They're not as clunky as the way that a lot of like the male characters look. And so, I don't know. That's the way it rolls. So, let's just get acquainted with everything here. I do appreciate that one thing that they brought back into things as time went along was, actually I'm going to turn the volume down just a little bit with some of these audio. Let's do this down a smidge, this down a smidge, master volume down a smidge. There we go. I like that they implemented this into the mini map, showing like where some of your quest objectives are. Because when I was playing back in the day, they did not have that. Like that was something where you really had to kind of read into the dialogue of all the quests and all that stuff. Because if you weren't paying attention, you just weren't going to know what to do. And so it's they've definitely streamlined this experience quite a lot. I mean, they've made it so that, you know, all of these classes are gaining a lot more experience from killing monsters and doing quests and things. And there's two different ones. There's this Mr. Popularity one and this Fast Track one. And so we're essentially getting 20% more experience for literally everything that we're doing. So it's definitely, we'll be able to level up at a pretty decent pace. It's not going to be something where it's just an absolute slog. One thing that I noticed as we went along, when I was playing on my main character, was you can definitely quest your way into. You don't even really have to do all the quests in a zone. Like you can really move along pretty easily and just uncover a lot of the map without having to spend too much time in one particular zone at a time, and I think that's cool. Well met. So let's turn this in. Hey, there we go. We've already leveled up once. I'm digging it.
Be careful.
So we will very slowly move along here. Let's see if maybe we can get to maybe like level 6 or 7 by the time we're done with this episode today. But yeah, man, I loved this game for such a long time. I used to, when I would get off of work, I would go home, I would play this for sometimes 6 or 7 hours at a time. I mean, that's just kind of the way that it went. I would do all the battleground stuff. I would do raids. I think one of my favorite expansions that I got to play. I really loved Burning Crusade a lot, but Wrath of the Lich King was definitely my favorite one. When I was playing, I was on the Tichondrius server back then, and at the time, I was part of the first party that downed Arthas. So it was a really cool accomplishment when we got it done, because we spent hours and hours and hours trying to figure out that entire boss fight, and when we got it, we all just lost our shit. It was so much fun. That was something that I really wanted to recapture, and I don't know if that's what raids are like now. I mean, I'm sure it's very different these days, but I remember jumping into parties on Vent, and and it was such a serious thing. Like everybody in our groups would always take everything super serious, but it was fun. Just like everything was such a calculated experience. I loved it. So now it's a lot more casual. I like it this way. I do love the fact that everything is so attainable playing alone, or if you want, you can definitely quest with other people. I've always liked that you can really kind of make your own experience out of it. Like there's no way that you have to do this stuff.
Go with honor, friend.
Okay, let's go. Let's see. I want to have profession trainers available also. I don't remember where the rogue trainer is, though. I don't remember whether he's in here or not. Because we do have some stuff to learn. Well, let's go back. I can't remember whether he is outside here. Well, I guess maybe it's probably just the guy that we're gonna go talk to. For some reason, I thought we'd have to go inside the abbey there. Oh, no, he's just back here.
Hey there. Have a good one. See you later. See you around.
I always love the guy's voice. See you later. I actually, that's a, let's see, purchase the eviscerate ability and then use it.
Be careful. You need some.
That's actually a little voice that I use all the time, just in regular life now. Every time somebody leaves, I always kind of do that goofy ass, see you later. Okay, we got a new ability. Let's go right ahead and add it right here. So now we can, all those combo points that we build up, we can actually have a little finishing move with it now. And I'm good with that. Where are the... You have to use it on a practice dummy? Is that what they wanted? Yeah. Okay, well we can go do that really quick here. Yeah, I'm hoping that at some point I may get around to... Because I think that there's a new expansion coming out. I do kind of want to get around to playing that at some point, but for now I'm just... We're taking the nostalgia route here. Where are the practice dummies at? Am I missing something? Did I just go right by them? I feel like I may have gone right by them. Let's go back and find them here. Oh, here they are. Whoopsie. There we go. Yeah, I've always favored having melee-based classes. That's just that's always been my bread and butter. Like, obviously, the character that I've been playing more recently has been a Shadow Priest, but I don't know. I love being right up in the thick of it. That was something that, when it came to doing raids and stuff, I always loved being right in the midst of the action instead of doing damage from afar. I just found it a little more fun that way. Obviously, nothing against people that do other classes and things. I was never big on tanking, though. That was something that I experimented with it. I was just never good at it. I don't know. Being a damage dealer was just more up my alley. I tried my hand at healing also. Was never good at that either. I don't know. I'm a melee boy, I suppose. That's my deal. I did really enjoy working with Shadow Priests, though. That was a ranged class that I really enjoyed. But when it came down to it, my Fury Warrior and my Rogue were really the ones that I enjoyed the most. Goblin Assassins. Let's go deal with these guys. We were kind of dealing with them a little bit before.
See you later.
Okay. Yeah, I like that there's little tips like this that pop up on the screen. It's so weird to see these kinds of tips and stuff come up, because they just weren't like that back in the day. I'm just gonna go right up behind you. I love that they're just standing there and he just lets me walk up right behind him. If I saw a dude walking up, they had 2 daggers on him, I'd be like, what do you think you're doing? And I'm not just going to let you just creep up behind me and then stab me directly in the kidney. There we go. I'm trying to think of what professions I'm going to do once we get around to working with professions. I feel like the logical route here would be maybe like leatherworking, like skinning and leatherworking. I would assume would be the way to go. I mean, we could do mining and blacksmithing. That is another route that's possible. But I don't remember the weapons that you craft being super great for rogues. But obviously, leatherworking, there's a lot of, there's good gear that you can make, and it's a pretty easy one to level, since there's a shitload of quests in here that involve you just killing the local wildlife and such. So it's not one that you really it's not as much of like a you got to go out and find like herbalism or mining, where there's just so much kind of running out of your way to go check certain areas for stuff. At least with skinning and leatherworking, like, it's... You just go kill stuff. There we go. That was an easy one. Alright, well, we're moving along pretty nicely here. I mean, we're already at 4.
How are you? Have a good one.
One thing that I wish I had were some more bags, though.
Hey to you.
What is he looking at? Oh, I thought he was facing the tent. I thought he was just like, God, look how great that tent looks. Okay, let's go see Marshall McBride here. Are we? Another thing that I saw that's really cool here is when you unlock things, it tells you what level you're going to unlock all of them, which is pretty nice. And so sometimes if you're like out and about and you level up and you forget to go train stuff, like it'll tell you that you've got, if you just go and look through here, it'll tell you that you have talents to go train. I think that's actually pretty cool. The rear is clear.
Life bless you.
Ooh, a new dagger. I'm down with that. What should we go with when we get it? 1.3 damage, 1.4. I don't like either one. I mean, it's not really a huge difference between either one of them.
How are you?
I love this quest. Is funny to me. The fire extinguisher is so insane. You go and you use this thing, and it's just a. It's the ocean spray of it is just ridiculous. I love it though. I love just like how over the top some of these quests can be. I'm also super digging the water pack on the back here. Oh, that's right, we don't have stealth yet. But we will. We will. There we go. One weapon down. Let's go dig in over here, huh?
Not enough.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna be going taking Harrison and Kenna to the park today for a little while just to get out. It's been a day that's it's supposed to be a day that's not quite as aggressively hot as it's been lately. Oh, they actually changed the way this looks a little bit. The way that it was just recently was that like it was just spraying such this wild stream of water. Like we didn't even have this apparatus on our back. It was just like this item that would just appear when you would click on the icon, and it would just spray this massive spray all over the place. It didn't even make any fucking sense in the way that it worked. So at least this at least looks a little bit more normal. Okay. Yeah, we've had some days here pretty recently where it was like 105, 106. I actually went out and played a round of golf with Matt when it was 100 and I think it was like 104 degrees out, and it was like right at the peak hours of the day. It was awful, and there was no cloud cover, no shade, no nothing, no breeze. We got to the point where like we both filled up like these huge like thermoflask things filled with ice water, where it was like 90% full of ice. We figured if we're gonna be out in the heat, we're gonna need that. And by the time we got to the third hole, all of the ice had melted. And we were both like fucking delirious. Like we were both basically already dealing with like sun sickness, and it was really bad. Go figure though. The last 5 holes were probably some of the best golf that I've played in like 10 years. So apparently, all it really takes is for me to be on the brink of my own death from from being pummeled by the sun, for me to play, actually really good golf. Yeah, it was great. Like, the first 3 holes, had I not already been, like, 15 over par at that point, I basically parred the rest of the course. So it was pretty legit. Let's see. Did we haven't... What are we getting next? At level 5. Oh, we get stealth at level 5. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so we're going to get a cloak here, and we do get our first extra bag. And I'm down with that. We are going to need it. The only thing that I've noticed that's a little bit busted in the early goings of this game is the auction house is kind of a mess. There are, at least in my experience so far, the economy is really broken on this particular server. It's pretty bad. Let's go with... Yeah, this is 1.4 damage per second, but it is slow. I say let's take the dagger.
For the Alliance.
And then let's go ahead and do that. Let me get a crossbow. Cool.
Light bless you.
I actually remember where that guy is, but let's go train our talent first. But yeah, I think I was just gonna try to go and buy like some bulk cloth to do some tailoring stuff on my other character, and the guy was charging just an exorbitant amount for stacks of wool, and it's like, what the fuck, dude? Like, who's gonna have that kind of money to spend? Okay, so we've got stealth here. That's right, and then we're gonna have an entirely different set of things here. Okay, so when we go into stealth, really the main thing that we want for that is backstab is gonna be. Or yeah, well, it's gonna be a while before we get that though. So I think we're obviously just gonna use Sinister Strike for now. I can't wait for the day that we get to start. When we start getting like all of our big abilities, that's once you start getting further into the game and you start getting more of like your talent tree based abilities and you really start getting your attunements and stuff done, that's when things really start coming together. The other thing that sucked too was getting glyphs for each character. I went to go try to buy a couple of those and they were so fucking expensive. It was awful. And so I haven't even gotten any of that stuff on my main character yet because it's just, I don't even want to deal with spending the gold for it. Let's go pop right in here and kill him real quick. There we go. All right, Kurtok, you're gonna get one super hard, or I can miss. Like, how do you miss coming out of that? That's the worst. Like, did she, like, put her arm over her eyes like that and just rolling the dice on it? How do you miss from behind like that? I've always thought that was funny. And obviously, it's obviously just RNG. But how, if you go into stealth, how do you go up behind somebody and your initial swing misses? It's fucking crazy to me. Oh well. It's nothing. Yeah, I wonder... We'll organically get some more bags as it goes. I do want to see, at some point when we go to Stormwind for the first time, I do want to see what they're charging for bags. Because if I can get a couple of maybe like 12 or 14 slot bags for something that's not insane, then, you know, maybe we'll indulge in that.
King's honor, friend. Be careful.
Let's take that crossbow.
Light bless you.
Yeah. I do like a crossbow over a throwing knife. Especially when the DPS is like 3 times as high. Take the documents to Marshal Duggan, and then we can get some. We can get a new chess piece there. I will gladly take it.
Go with honor, friend.
Okay. Well, we have already finished up the little starter zone there, so we are off. And obviously, once we get to level 20, we'll be able to purchase our first riding mount. So that'll be good, and then we'll be able to move about the world a little bit easier. Oh, it's a rabbit. I'm not killing him. I'm definitely not killing any rabbits in this game, even though they are skinnable. I don't want to do it. They're my favorite animal, so I will take a stance against it. Speak with Innkeeper Farley at the Lion's Pride Inn. Oh, many a fun time at the Lion's Pride Inn. There was a time once on one of my old characters where there was a horde invasion where just a shitload of people came in and just tried blowing Lion's Pride Inn to smithereens. But for some particular reason, I don't even know why, there were a bunch of like max level people hanging out over here. I think it's because somehow we had gotten tipped off that there were people en route to that area, so a bunch of people left Stormwind and came over here, and we had just this huge battle with a bunch of Horde players that came in, and it went on for a while. I mean, it went on for 45 minutes, just people constantly dying, resurrecting, going back over there, and just continuing to get into the fray of it. And man, it was fun. It was just stuff like that I remembered when I started getting back into this. Like, oh man, there were so many cool moments from when I used to play this. So, looking forward to. Oh, there's an event going on. The Darkmoon Fair is here.
Need help?
Sweet.
For the Alliance.
Maybe in the next episode we'll mess around with that a little bit.
Light bless you.
Let's take this heavy jacket.
Go with honor, friend.
Let's go ahead and put it on. Not looking too bad.
Be careful.
Okay, explore the Fargo Deep Mine and then return.
For the Alliance.
Oh, by the way, I was going to ask, just because I know some people aren't wild about this, but in terms of like the pacing of this, do you guys want me to read the quest text, or do you want me to just kind of do what I've been doing, where you just accept the quest and go? I know I've kind of been on the fence about whether I want to read all the quest text and kind of go for getting all the lore involved, or if we're just gonna kind of streamline it and go. So if you guys want me to actually read the quest text before I accept, I'm more than happy to do that. I love reading this stuff. But obviously I've done these quests quite a few times. That's why I'm kind of just skipping over it. But if you guys want me to just keep doing it the way that I'm doing it, then just let me know, and I'll be glad to accommodate however you guys would like. So you guys are in just as much control of this as I am. Bring 10 gold dust to Remy 2 times in Goldshire. And then we'll get them off of the kobolds. Let's see, trade supplies. This is where, okay, we'll be able to get stuff for leather working here, probably.
Be careful.
So I'm going to do my best at trying to level up like first aid and cooking and stuff as well while we go through here. The first aid one obviously will be a fair amount easier, just because you can pick that up off anybody. The cooking one is going to be kind of the challenge, though. That's the one that I'm a little bit more worried about.
See you later.
But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. So we will learn cooking really quick. We'll get the recipe for some spice bread, and then we'll mess around with that. Next time around, we'll take this quest from Mr. Pestle.
You need something?
I'm assuming that's probably like a play on mortar and pestle. I don't really know. Some large candles. We'll get those off the kobolds as well, so that's kind of a dual quest that we can take care of. Here we go. We'll get the first aid. We'll start filling out that bar down here.
See you around.
So let's go ahead and do that really quick. Let's go professions. We'll put first aid right here. We'll put cooking here, cooking fire here. I know there's some secondary professions, like things like archaeology and fishing. I don't know if I'm going to do fishing so much. That one, I really feel like you got to kind of go out of your way for that one. I'm vaguely familiar with archaeology. I think that they implemented that after I had stopped playing, so we'll see about that one. I'm not sure if I'm going to deal with that one now or wait until maybe we've leveled up and gotten a little bit closer to to max level before we start messing with that. So we'll deal with it when we get there. But, my friends, I think we're going to stop right here. So when we come back on the next installment of Let's Play World of Warcraft, we are over here in Goldshire. We've got some quests to go do down in this southern area here. And maybe we'll also explore the Darkmoon Fair a little bit. So until then, my friends, I'm really excited for this. This is going to be a lot of fun, I feel like. And I hope that you guys decide to stick around for the journey. We'll talk about anything and everything as we go along. So, you guys take it easy, and I'll see you next time. So this has been your host, LovelyCheesePizza, saying thanks a lot, and see you guys later. Bye.